State Senator Liz Krueger knows this is an issue that extends well beyond her district here in Manhattan. So she hopes this legislation will be a model. Right now, it's the first of its kind in the nation. And it's based off the premise people in prostitution don't need jail, they need help.
I'm a survivor of domestic sex trafficking, and New York specifically is the state where I was both kidnapped and trafficked.
Her nightmare began at just 12 years old. Today, MELANIE Thompson is a youth coordinator for the Coalition Against Trafficking in Women. Thompson simply feels lucky to be alive.
There were a lot of survivors and people that I met when I was in the game. Unfortunately, a lot of them haven't made it.
Today, Thompson stood with State Senator Liz Krueger as the senator announced the Sex Trade Survivors Justice and Equality Act. Under the proposed law, people working in prostitution and their clients would no longer face criminal charges, but pimps and sex traffickers would still have to face the law and even potential jail time.
So there's a sliding scale of penalties for buyers.
Senator Krueger's legislation would also expunge past convictions for people who worked in prostitution, give them access to trauma services, and offer support if they want to leave the sex trade.
People who are vulnerable in situations, who are trying to make a better way for themselves.
In 2019, there was a push to move sex work out of the shadows by making it legal to buy and sell sex in New York State. But that proposal failed in Albany. There was concern it would lead to even further abuse of vulnerable people. Sonia Osorio of the National Organization for Women believes this bill is quite different.
New York will not become the next sex tourism destination. Pimps will not become the new class of legitimate entrepreneurs. Pop-up brothels will not open in our many vacant storefronts now.
And the state senator knows she has an uphill battle to see this bill become a law. She says the sex trade is an issue that many of her colleagues in Albany would simply prefer to ignore. Reporting from the Upper East Side of Manhattan, AYANA, Pix 11 News.